In the pantheon of American music, few figures loom as large as Muddy Waters. Born McKinley Morganfield on April 4, 1913, in Issaquena County, Mississippi, Muddy Waters would grow to become not only a towering figure in the blues world, but also a foundational influence on rock and roll. With his growling voice, piercing slide guitar, and magnetic stage presence, he helped electrify the Delta blues and gave birth to a new sound: Chicago blues. Muddy's earliest musical experiences came from the fertile soil of the Mississippi Delta. Raised by his grandmother in Clarksville, he grew up immersed in the raw and rural blues of artists like Son House and Robert Johnson. He taught himself to play guitar and harmonica, performing at local juke joints and planting the seeds of what would become a monumental career. In 1941 and again in 1942, folklorist Alan Lomax recorded Muddy for the Library of Congress. These field recordings captured a young man who already carried the weight of the blues in his voice. Encouraged by the response, Muddy left the South for Chicago in 1943, bringing the spirit of the Delta North with him. Chicago in the 1940s was a melting pot for Southern black migrants, and the blues evolved with its new urban surroundings. Muddy Waters became its most essential figure. By plugging in his guitar and embracing amplification, he transformed the acoustic Delta blues into a raw, electrified sound that spoke to the urban experience. His early recordings for Aristocrat Records, which soon became the iconic Chess Records, cemented his place in blues history. Songs like I Can't Be Satisfied and Rollin' Stone, which later inspired the name of both the band and the magazine, were earthy, bold, and unmistakably Muddy. These tracks resonated with audiences in Chicago and beyond, setting the tone for post-war blues. Muddy Waters was not only a powerful frontman, but also a bandleader who attracted and nurtured some of the greatest talents in blues history. His band included legends like Little Walter on harmonica, Jimmy Rogers on guitar, and Otis Spann on piano, players who would each go on to shape the sound of the blues in their own right. Together, they forged classics like Hoochie Coochie Man, Manish Boy, and Got My Mojo Working. These tracks combine swagger, mysticism, and deep groove, introducing the wider world to the electrified Chicago blues and influencing generations of musicians. In the 1960s, as blues audiences in America began to dwindle, Muddy found unexpected reverence in the UK, where artists like the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, and Led Zeppelin hailed him as a godfather. His performance at the Newport Folk Festival in 1960 reintroduced him to American audiences and helped bridge the gap between the blues and the burgeoning rock scene. Waters recorded a number of later career highlights, including collaborations with younger artists like Johnny Winter, who produced the Grammy-winning album Hard Again in 1977. Even in his later years, Muddy's power was undiminished. His voice still thundered, and his slide guitar still howled with authority. Muddy Waters passed away on April 30th, 1983, but his influence is as alive today as ever. He was inducted into the Blues Foundation's Blues Hall of Fame as part of its inaugural class in 1980 and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1987. His music and his legacy continue to inspire blues musicians, rockers, and storytellers alike. More than just a singer or guitarist, Muddy Waters was a cultural force, a bridge from the fields of Mississippi to the stages of the world. He took the deepest roots of American music and electrified them, giving the world a new way to feel the blues. As he once sang, "The blues had a baby, and they named it rock and roll." Well, Muddy Waters was right there in the delivery room,